Ladies and gents, it is the year of the fire here in the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG, and in today's video, I got you guys a new member. Well, he's not really new, but like a member of Team Samurai X1, the better TCG version of me. We got Pac TCG here to showcase you guys his tier 0, 10, 20, 17, 37, 69, Fire King deck profile for the brand new format. Pac, one of the best players in the world, my personal opinion. In today's video, we're going to showcase you guys the deck profile and some bread and butter combos that you guys must know when it comes to playing the brand new Fire King Snake, guys. Ladies and gents, subscribe to Pac TCG in the link in the description box below. Tier 0 Fire Kings. Let's get it.
Yo, what's up guys, it's Pac from Team X1, and today I'm going to be showcasing you the Tier 0 Fire King deck that I've been playing. I've only lost once, I think in about 15 matches across 3 locals, to another Fire King deck, right guys? This deck is absolutely insane. These are actually sleeved up in Team Samurai X1 Supreme Pros, and if you guys use pack 10, you get 10% off. Best sleeves in the game. I use these for like 3 locals, only 1 pack, and they've been feeling clean and fresh for me, all of them. Even my opponents were asking me like, damn, what sleeve are you using? I'm like, you already know, Brady, Supreme Pros. But let's get started with the deck profile. We got 3 Snake Eye Ash. Okay, so that's the main starter for the deck. This card by itself accomplishes like a plus 10, guys. Literally, the amount of advantages that this deck generates off 1 Snake Eye Ash is absolutely insane. And then we play 2 Snake Eye Populace. This card is also busted. You could get away with 1, but I like to play 2 because sometimes you hard open a Populace and then the Bonfire can get you another Populace, so you get 2 bodies. So that's why it's really nice. 1 Snake Eye Oak for the combo. This allows you to play around Droll. If you get Drolled, you can use Oak to summon back a Snake Eye monster. Like Oak doesn't add, it's a reborn, so it can play around Droll, while Snake Eye Ash does add, so it kind of plays in a Droll a little bit more. And then the last card we play is the Flamber's Dragon. The Flamber's Dragon is really nice because it's basically like Block Dragon. It can bring back 2 level 1 fire monsters from the graveyard when it's sent to the graveyard from the field or the hand. And then it can target a card on the field or in the graveyard, like a monster, to put in the spell and trap zone. And then on your opponent's turn, you can actually summon that. So like one of the plays I did was I used Flamberge to target my opponent's SP in their IP in their graveyard, and then summon it to my side of the field, which is absolutely insane. So these cards are like super high value. They're the reasons why the Fire King cards got a huge buff. I like you to think of the Fire King deck. I know we call it the Fire King deck, but it's honestly more of a Snake Eye deck, and the Fire King is a supplementary engine. The next package, right? So this is a Snake Eye package. So the next package that we're going to be playing is going to be 3 Diva Star, the Black Witch. So the Black Witch is not only a starter because it gets access to original Sinful Spoils, but it's also an extender, right? So if you get stopped on Snake Eye Ash, having Witch allows you to extend and continue your plays. I also really like Diva Star because the Black Witch can send like cards you draw that you don't want to have in your hand, like the Flaming Dragon, to the graveyard, so that you can get them out of your hand and then trigger the Flamberge to like summon back 2 more monsters, right? So the Witches are really, really good. I know a lot of people opt to play 1 in the Fire King deck because it doesn't accomplish as much as the other starters, but I still think you still have to play 3 just because it's a nice way to extend if you get stopped, and I think that's really, really nice, right? Now we're going to go into the piece of the Fire King engine. So we're going to play 3 Kieran, aka Snake Eye Kieran. This card is really good. It's the only 3-0 Fire King card I play because it works as any fire monster, where it's a quick effect to destroy any other fire monster in your hand or field. So that if you just normal summon Ash and my opponent imperms the Ash, I can chain the Kieran to destroy the Ash, so that the Ash guarantee resolves through the impermanence because it would already be in the graveyard by then. I play 1 Garunix. This card is a boss monster for the deck, similar to like Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. And this card is very easily accessible off of Fire King Island. You only play 1 because you only want to get access to off island. You don't necessarily want to draw these cards. And so like you'll see that like the way the deck list is built is that typically the cards that are 1-ofs are cards that you don't want to necessarily draw. They're not the worst cards to draw, but you don't necessarily want to see them. You want to get access to them through your other pieces of your engine, right? Your other 3-ofs, right? And then we'll play 1 Arvada for the combo because Arvada is a way for you to reborn back your Fire King monsters, and then Kieran can bring back the Arvada so that you have an extra monster negate on top of your board. And then you weigh with the 1 Ponix. The Ponix is a level 1 fire monster, which kind of bridges the Snake Eye engine with the Fire King engine because the Ponix is easily accessible off of original Sinful Spoils from the Witch or from the Populace. Okay, so That's gonna be pretty much the main deck monster count in terms of engine cards. Okay, I want to cover the non-engine cards towards the end. I know these aren't the only monsters, like, you know, you can count Ash Blossom and stuff, but these are like the main engine card monster wise. Now let's get into some of like the spells. So for Fire King spells, I play one Sanctuary, one Island, and then one Circle. The reason why I play this ratio is because Fire King Island and Sanctuary doesn't really work that well with other cards in your deck. They only really work well with Fire King cards. So you kind of want to get access to them off Potniks, similar to the theory of what I said already, of like these are basically one-ofs. And then I play one Circle because it has some versatility and room for outplay. I like the fact that it's able to trigger your Amble Whale because you can use Circle to pop your own princess. You can use this to dodge Soul Release because if they try to Soul Release your grave, you know, like your Garunix, you can trigger Circle to pop one of your fire monsters to bring back their Garunix, so the Soul Release so, like, doesn't work. And it's not even a brick because in some scenarios you can like use the Witch to pitch, like for instance, you can go Witch Effect to discard like a Populace. And then if you go normal summon Ash, you can go Ash Effect to search. If they try to imperm Ash, you can Chain Circle, pop Ash, bring back Populace, right? Next, we have 3 Bonfire. So that's going to be just a consistency booster to get you access to more Sengai Ash. It's also an extender because it can also add you Populace. And then Populace, when it's added from your deck to your hand, can special summon itself from the hand for free. I then also play 3 Wanted because it lets you see more copies of Witch. And this card is really nice because it's better than Witch in the sense that like you can always chain it in 2 draw, and it gives you an extra draw because most of the time you're gonna have access to original Sinful Spoils in your graveyard as well. And speaking of which, obviously the one original Sinful Spoils, you know, to supplement everything else. And then I also play one Temple, Divine Temple. Not a lot of people play this card, but I really like this card because there are some really neat lines in which this card can come up, and I like to play it for the versatility. I also like the fact that like if you open both Populace and Witch, because they both search the same card, if the Populace resolves, like you don't have any good targets to search. So I like the fact that like if my combo resolves, I get 2 searches, Populace getting the Divine Temple, and then original is being searched by the Black Witch, right? So I really like the fact that this card also allows you to play around Droll and Nibiru going second. And I did it actually in one of my matches at locals where I searched this card as my first search so that I can play around Droll, because if they Droll me, I still have access to this, and if they nib me, I still have access to this to play through the nib. Now, that's going to be pretty much leaving you room for 13 non-engine. So I play 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Nibiru, 3 Droll and Lockbird, and then 3 Infinite Impermanence, and then 1 Call by the Grave. This is similar to like what I like to talk about in my videos called like the 70-30 rule, where I feel like if your deck has 70% engine and 30% non-engine, then your deck is very, very strong because it gives you a high percentage to open 2 non-engine, as well as giving you a chance to open a lot of engine cards. So not only are you drawing the non-engine to combat your opponent, but you're also having enough engine cards to still win the game, because you still, you know, in order to win the games, you still need to draw like your engine, right? So that's a 40 card main deck right there, and then we're gonna get into the side deck. So I like Triple Tactics Talents because it's a card that works going first and going second, so I feel comfortable siding this card first and second always. And you take out the bad hand trap for it. I also like playing 3 Ghost Spell because it covers like Voiceless Voice, which is gaining a lot of popularity, and it covers the Labyrinth matchup as well. It's also like pretty decent in like the mirror matches, being able to like bell Flamber's Effect to Remore back 2, or belling Princess, or belling like Princess's Graveyard Effect, or the summon on-field effects to summon. I just think this card has a lot of versatility and is really, really strong, so I don't mind it at all. A thing that's really neat is that you can also side bell going first and then bell people's Soul Release, so that's like an interaction that can definitely come up. So I think like bell is actually really, really nice for that reason. I play 3 Dark Ruler and more because I want to combat a lot of like the rogue-ish strategies. So if you play into any sort of rogue strategies, I think Dark Ruler no more gives you a really nice out to their entire board. And against rogue decks, like decks that are not the fire decks, the Dark Ruler no more is really strong because you don't need to kill them. You need to just set up your own board and generate a lot of advantage, and so I think Dark Ruler no more allows you to do that without committing a lot of cards. Like the other options like Droplets, but that requires a lot of card advantage, and so I don't really want to discard anything. I want to keep my whole hand to like break my opponent's board with the rest of what I have, because Dark Ruler answers like my opponent's frontline board, but I want to use my engine to beat the rest of their hand traps as well. Then I played 2 Lightning Storm. The main reason is because I think Rescue Ace is also so very popular, and so I want Storm to like beat those type of strategies. And you know, against Labyrinth, like Storm is so good, they might side Skill Drain, they might side like some sort of Floodgate, so I think Lightning Storm is like still very strong. And then I side the 1 Kurikawa to search. I usually like this card because it's a really nice target to search going second into like a bunch of matchups, and it gives you a lot of versatility because if you open like Bonfire plus Ash going second, you can use Bonfire to get Populous, and then Special Populous, and you can use Ash to get Kurikawa, so you can like pretty much tribute your opponent's entire board and kill them. So pretty nice. And then the last card I like to play is 3 Cosmic Cyclone. This card is absolutely insane. It's also beautiful, but it's absolutely insane because it covers like so many matchups. Against Labyrinth, you can like use Cosmic to like chain block their lady so that they don't get to set DDG. You can use Cosmic Cyclone going second against the Fire King mirror. You can use Cosmic Cyclone on Orcus Field Spell. You can use it going first against the Tier Element deck because you can hit the Pelarino. You can hit this King Sarcophagus off the Cosmic Cyclone. I think the card's just really, really good this format. So for the extra deck right now, I'm going to start off with the Link Force. I play 1 Zelantis because it allows you to perform the OTK with Raging Phoenix. So these 2 are like mandatory because they allow you to kill your opponent. I play 1 Appaloosa because it's a nice a way to convert a lot of extra bodies generated by the Snake engine to turn into an Omni Gate. And then I play 1 Amphibious Ambler Whale because you need a generic Link 4 to go into that's a fire monster off of Princess Lock. So this card is really good. And in this deck, specifically in the Snake Eye deck, the Ambler Whale can easily be popped off of Cured, and that can actually bring back the IP Masquerena. So it's like really, really strong. Okay, so those are going to be pretty much the Link 4s. For the Link 3s, obviously, we're going to play the Heat Soul. That's going to generate you free card advantage, and with the amount of non-engine you play, you're most likely going to draw into them. Selene, because it can go into Appaloosa really easily going second, and it's just like really, really easy and really, really free. You play 3 Witch, so you're actually 3 Witch, 3 Droll, so you're actually pretty likely to resolve this this card. And then I play Promethean Princess, obviously one of the best cards in the deck. I definitely could see myself playing 2 of this card, but I'm really not sure what I would cut from the extra deck. For the Link 2s, I play 1 Nightmare Phoenix. I love the versatility of this card. This card has won me a couple of games where I was able to discard the Flammer Dragon. So being able to like discard the Flammer Dragon off this Nightmare Phoenix was really, really nice for me and won me a couple of games. Of course, I play the Sunlight Wolf in order to go into the Heat Soul, and it's a way for you to recover back resources. So it's really, really clean there. I play the Hida, the Charmer, the Fire Charmer. This card is also really strong because a lot of decks are playing fire cards, so and if your opponent ashes you, you can like Hida take their ash. I play the Dark Charmer because you can make Kuribo really easily in the Fire King deck because it's a easy level 1, and you can take your opponent's Dark Witch and then set under Droll, so that's pretty nice. I play 1 SP Little Knight because it's a really easy target to go into for the IP Masquerena, right? So these are all the Link 2s, and then for the Link 1, I played 1 Kuribo, and then I played 1 Garunix Eternity for the XYZ for the combo. So that's pretty much the extra deck, guys. If you start off with 1 Snake Eye Ash, you can use just Snake Eye Ash effect to get access to Populous. You can then special summon the Populous and use the effect to get access to original Sinful Spoils. You can then actually use Ash's effect to sack the Populous. To send it to the graveyard to summon a Snake Eye Oak, and you can go Chilling 1 Oak, Chilling 2 Populous, and put it in the back of the spawn drop zone, and then summon back the Snake Eye Ash. You can then use the Oak to sack itself and the Populous to summon a Flameworks Dragon, and then here you can actually use the Flameworks Dragon to put one of the monsters in the spawn trap zone, and then use Original to sack the Populous to summon a Ponix. You can then use the Ponix's effect to get access to Sanctuary, and then activate the Sanctuary to get access to your Fire King Island. Right. From here, we'll go activate the effect of Island to destroy the Ponix. That's gonna get you access to the Garunix. Garunix effect is gonna special summon itself from the hand, and then trigger effect on the field to send Arvada. Arvada is then gonna bring you back the Ponix. Okay. You're then gonna link all 3 of these off into a Promethean Princess, and then use the effect of Promethean Princess to bring back the Arvada, insulating you from more hand traps. Then from this part, you're going to link these 2 off, and you're going to actually end up making Sunlight Wolf. You're then going to trigger the effect of the Flammer Dragon to bring back 2 monsters from the graveyard, 2 level 1s. And then that's actually going to trigger the effect of Sunlight Wolf to add you back the Fire Merge back to your hand. Now, here you have a bunch of options, but I typically like going to, like you can go into like a bunch of them. I like just converting these two into an IP Masquerena. And then now you have IP, Sunlight Wolf, and Arvada. On like your opponent's turn, you can have a bunch of interruptions here because let's say they special summon like a monster. You can go activate Promethean Princess, target Arvada, target your opponent's monster, and then you can chain IP Masquerena. So that would actually destroy. You can actually use like these, or actually you can use like these two. Doesn't matter. And then because you're gonna be locked, and then that will make you SP Little Knight. The princess then gets summoned, destroying the Arvada, and then on a new chain, you can go chain link 1 SP Little Knight. You can go chain link 2 Arvada, targeting like Garunix, and then you can, or not targeting Garunix, targeting the Ponix, and then you can use the Garunix as well, because the fire monster is destroyed to summon itself. And then on a new chain, you can then use the effect of Garunix to dump a Kieran from the deck. Then Kieran will summon back the Arvada and then pop another card. So you have like, and then you still have an Arvada again and SP Little Knight banish. And then you pop the card off Princess, you pop a card off Kieran. So yeah, you have a bunch of cards right there. So that's pretty much the combo. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.